morning, everyone. This is meteorologist Shane Hinton hopping on to our digital platforms in order to give you an updated look at your forecast as we go through your Mother's Day weekend, since we will be tracking a significant flood risk over the next several days. The time is currently 8:39, almost 8:40 on your Friday morning. Hope your day's off to a great start so far. Before I do get started, I want to make sure you can hear me. So I'm monitoring the Facebook Live comments. If you'd like to send a message in here, let me know if you can hear my microphone and let me know where you're tuning in from. I'll get started in the next couple of moments. Now for your sound check, I'm giving you a live look out over Lake Travis right now. Definitely a very dreary look across the region right now as it's another muggy, warm, cloudy start, even dealing with a little bit of light isolated drizzle out there. Giving you a quick look at what we're going to be tracking not only today, but through the next several days and maybe even into next week as well. We have that flood threat not only for later tonight and into Saturday, but possibly even into Mother's Day itself. We have heavy showers and storms on the way that will arrive as early as this evening, and then we could even have some daily scattered rain chances entering into next week as well. Okay, good morning, April, Ian, Barbara out there in Cedar Park, Michelle and Hutto, Linda in Round Rock, and Christina in Southwest Austin. Thank you so much. We'll go ahead and get started. So right now you're taking a look at the current radar, satellite radar picking up on a little bit of light moisture. Temperatures anywhere from the mid to upper 70s. A very sticky start for us this morning. As we zoom out across the country, I kind of want to tell you about the setup that we're tracking here and why we have the flood threat that's going to be ongoing throughout the next several days. So you see that upper level trough, that little bowing white line that's just toward our west. Well, on the eastern side of this, we're going to have a front moving through Texas and then eventually stalling just toward our west. Now, as it does so, we're going to see little impulses, little areas of low pressure that try to develop and move along this stationary front. And because of that, that's what will spark up the storm threat. Now, why could we see flooding? Well, we're going to be dealing with a lot of moisture in the atmosphere, and this is because we're going to have a lot of precipitable water. Where's this moisture coming from? Let me pull this full for you. You can see that we have moisture moving in toward the surface from the Gulf of Mexico. That's why it's so humid outside. Well, then we have the jet stream that's moving in from the west that's bringing moisture all the way from the Pacific for the mid and upper levels of the atmosphere. So with all that on tap, it's going to spell for a very wet day. In fact, you can see it feels very humid right now with dew points in the upper 70s out there in Fayette County. So that's that surface moisture I was just talking about from the Gulf of Mexico. In regards to the flood watch, it starts officially at 7 o'clock this evening and runs until 8 o'clock Saturday evening. So from 7 p.m. Friday until 8 p.m. Saturday, we're talking anywhere from 3 to 6 inches of rainfall possible for the KV viewing area, with isolated heavier downpours possible. We're talking maybe up to 10 inches, maybe even more for some spots. Now, I think the highest totals are actually going to be to our south and west, but because this kind of forecast is very finicky based off the placement of these areas of low pressure or short waves moving through, it's just crucial to stress the risk of flooding. Now, in regard to the flood outlook for today, you'll notice the I-35 corridor and the Hill Country are the main regions that are under that level 2 slight risk. But as we jump into Saturday, you'll notice that the area of red, indicating the 3 out of 4 risk, starts to really include a good portion of the viewing area. Let me pull this full for you so you can see all of it. This is including most of Travis County, including the Austin metro area, southern portions of Blanco County. There's portions of Caldwell County, Hayes County, Bastrop County, and a majority of Fayette County all fall under that level 3 risk. So let's time out the showers and storms for you. Today, we're talking about a 20 to 30% chance for a shower or storm, but any rain that we receive throughout the daytime today should not be severe. However, as we head into the overnight hours, you'll notice those storms starting to creep into the Hill Country around 1 or 2 in the morning, pushing through the I-35 corridor overnight into early Saturday morning, and then we're dealing with scattered activity as we make our way throughout the day. Now, it is worth noting that some of the forecast models do trend drier throughout the day on Saturday into early Saturday evening. However, we are tracking multiple rounds of showers and storms. You shouldn't expect just widespread rain ongoing throughout every hour of each day this weekend. That's not the kind of forecast we're talking about here. It's going to be in rounds. Also, worth noting that some of these storms that develop late tonight through early Saturday could contain large hail and damaging wind. The main concern, though, over the next 3 days is going to be the flood risk. Okay, so I just need to stress that. There's a lot of stuff that we're tracking, but the main concern will be for flooding. As we take a look at the rainfall forecast, you'll see it's anywhere from 3 to 6+ inches. As I mentioned, there could be some isolated heavier downpours. The hourly forecast for today is only giving you a 20 to 30% chance for rain. Some of you right now are maybe even experiencing some very light drizzle or fine mist. We could have a slightly heavier shower develop here and there throughout the day, but most of us stay dry until the evening time. Your temperatures for today are going to be unfortunately very warm and muggy. We're talking mid 80s to maybe even lower 90s with the winds from the south and southeast at about 5 to 15 miles per hour and gusts up to 20. As we take a look at your allergy count, we have oak and grass in the medium category. Mold is in the high category just because of all the alternaria I saw on the slide. I saw numerous alternaria. That does typically warrant a high count for us here in the KVUE Weather Center. Because we know that's a very particular allergen that is pesky for many of our viewers. So that's why we want to include that in the high category for today. I'll pull up that 7-day forecast full for you. Let's see real fast here. You can see that we are monitoring daily scattered rain chances starting today, but pretty widespread on Saturday and Sunday. Go ahead and make indoor Mother's Day plans just because we'd rather be safe than sorry. I do think we will have periods of dry weather throughout Sunday, but I think it's going to be very hit or miss on the timing of that. So it is just worth noting that there is an elevated rain potential. Our temperatures in the afternoons on Saturday and Sunday should only make it into the upper 70s to lower 80s. We will hold on to scattered rain chances through the beginning of next week and maybe even through at least the middle of next week before they become more isolated in nature. Now I'm going to go ahead and pull the radar back up real quickly. I know we're on all of our platforms right now, but I do want to at least sift through the Facebook Live comments and address any concerns or questions that I see here. So let's say good morning, Olga. Good morning, Vicky. Good morning, April. So the main takeaway, I'm not seeing too many questions here. Great. The main takeaway here is that you need to stay weather aware, have ways to get those weather alerts. The main concerns are going to be creek, river flooding, and also some street flooding over the next couple of days. So just make sure you have ways to get those alerts, whether that be a weather radio, whether that be leaving your TV on in case our warnings crawl across the screen, or for free, you can download the KVUE News app. It's a great tool because we will send you alerts if a warning or watch were to be issued for your area. That way you can stay in the know. And since we are tracking some of those heavier showers and storms that are going to be moving through overnight, it's going to be very crucial that you have something that can wake you up in the case of an emergency. The time right now, if you're watching this in the future, once again, is now 8:47 on your Friday morning. We will be doing additional streams a little bit later on in the day to give you an updated look at the forecast. That's including your timeline and if those rainfall estimates change at all in either direction. Until then, I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful day and a fantastic weekend. Happy Mother's Day early to all those fantastic mothers out there. Wish I could give you a little bit better of a forecast, but if you need some kind of silver lining here, these are some very beneficial rainfall totals that we could be seeing not only for our drought conditions, but hopefully for those lake levels as well. Until I see you all again, have a great day. Stay safe, stay smart. Most importantly, please stay kind, and I'll see you all again very soon.